a what?
Okay, it seems like now they want to continue the 5-year tradition. So 5 years later, they make Home Alone 4. Now, most of you don't even know that, especially if you're Home Alone fans, most of you don't know that there's a Home Alone 4. I didn't know that there was a Home Alone 4 until last year. I bought the Home Alone Complete Collection, which has Home Alone 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, the reason why you've never heard of this went straight to TV and DVD. It was that bad of a movie. All the writers are gone. John Hughes is gone from the writing. All the actors are gone. Well, you'd think, okay, Home Alone 3, they went off in a different direction, so who knows? Home Alone 4 might be the sequel to Home Alone 3, or might be just another Home Alone type-esque movie. No. This was garbage. Because this was a sequel to the first 2 Home Alone movies. So they went back to the original characters. Wait, hold on. I'm a little confused. No, I think this is the sequel to 1, but takes place before 2. I think that's it. Because in this movie, Kevin McAllister is now 9 years old. Okay, so Home Alone 1, he's 8. Home Alone 4, he's 9 years old. Home Alone 2, he's 10 years old. Okay, whatever. Some movies have done that, but usually it's straight to DVD ones. Okay, it makes sense. I'm not even telling you the story yet, but I want you to take a look at this character here for a minute and tell me which one of the characters from the first 2 movies this guy is. Let's see if you can guess it before Kevin says the name.
It is! It's Marv!
Okay, I think now you're thinking the same thing that I'm thinking. I thought I guessed who that was right, but I got it wrong. But I could still be right. I'm confused. Yeah, you've got to be confused. Because if you've seen the first 2 Home Alone movies, that guy, and I'm referring to French Stewart, is playing Marv. The tall, scraggly, curly-haired villain, criminal, whatever you want to call him, from the first 2 movies. Played by Daniel Stern. That doesn't look like Marv. That looks more like Joe Pesci's character, Harry. Oh, wait. Maybe there's an explanation here. This gentleman right here is Joe Pesci playing Harry. And here's Daniel Stern playing Marv.
Which plan? Harry's plan?
Let's see if they can get it right.
No, not Harry's plan. It's the lousy kid again. Everywhere I break into, it's like he's stalking me or something.
Come on, Marv. He's just a little boy.
Yeah, well, I got big scars from that little...
Okay. So there's no clarity as to whether they wanted to have him as Marv or Harry, other than the fact that they named him Marv, but they dressed him up and made him act like Harry. Okay, let's move on. I don't want to be nitpicky. Oh wait, we've got more issues with the movie. In the first 2 movies, Kevin had 4 siblings. So you've got Kevin, you've got his much older brother Buzz, who's probably almost double his age, at least 6 years older. At least 6 years older than him, from the look of it. You've got his other older brother Jeff, played by the guy who was in Pete and Pete. You've got his older sister Megan and his older sister Linny, the one that says, what's that line in the first one? Oh, Kevin, you're what the French call les incompetents. I remember that line. In this movie, Kevin only has 2 siblings, Buzz and Megan. And apparently Buzz, from the first movie, has shrunk down and aged down by about 5 years. Buzz is clearly older and bigger than Kevin in the first one, and now you can't even tell really much what the age difference is between the two in this movie. You know what? This could be a prequel. This could be a prequel because the whole family looks younger. Kevin's dad, Kevin's mom look younger. Okay, so this is before part 1. No, wait. They may look younger. This could be a prequel, but logic says it's not because Kevin was 8 years old in the first movie. He's 9 years old in Home Alone 4. In Home Alone 2, he's 10 years old. Okay, so this takes place between the first and the second movie. Wait, in the scene that we just saw earlier, Marv talks about he's tried to pull off many capers, a couple capers already, and Kevin McAllister always seems to be wherever he is. Okay, so this isn't just a one-time thing. He's dealt with Kevin multiple times before. And now Harry's not with him. And he's his own boss now. He doesn't take orders from Harry. So, and in part 2, Home Alone 2, they keep talking about how they busted out of jail from last year. So this Home Alone 4 takes place after 2. You've got so many conflicting things telling you, I don't know where this takes place anymore. The age of everybody seems to have aged down, so it should take place before the first movie. But the logic and the actual age of Kevin says this movie takes place after the first movie, but before the second movie. But based on the dialogue, this movie takes place after the second movie. So this is the third if you were to put all 3 together. What? Clearly, the writers have never seen this movie. Have never seen the originals. Let me see here. I'm going to look at the back. Let's see. Interesting. John Hughes wrote was a writer of, well, he produced and wrote the first 3 movies. So he wrote and produced the first 2 Home Alone movies and then the weird spin-off 3rd movie. He didn't write this one. He realized, okay, I'm done with it. The series is done right there. Didn't want to be matched up with this garbage, this trash of a movie. This is a direct sequel, or prequel, or in between sequel, or whatever the hell it is in the series. See, I at least gave Home Alone 3 a C- because my expectations were up here because of how good the first 2 were, and this fell under par, and it was totally different characters. It was a totally different movie, and it was out of place. This movie is supposed to be continuity-wise, but they don't know where to put it. I don't think any of the writers have written it. I know what the first 2 movies were, anything about the first 2 movies. Okay, before I stress myself out, I'm just going to tell you what the movie's about. Okay? So Kevin McAllister is now 9 years old, and his parents are separated. They're not divorced, but they're separated. Okay? And he decides to stay with his dad for Christmas at his dad's new girlfriend's house. Just from the interaction between Kevin's parents, you can tell they're going to end up back together. Unless you, of course, think of this movie as in between the first and the second one, then you know they're going to get back together because they're together in part 2. Meanwhile, Marv is broken out of jail, and with his new girlfriend, Vera, they plan to rob Natalie's house and eventually kidnap this crown prince that's going to be visiting. Now, they have an inside man that's in the house helping them get the job done. I don't even need to say too much more about this movie, but every single cliche in the book is in this movie, just about. And this was like a bad crossover between Home Alone and Richie Rich with all the fancy technology in this house. By the way, why is this called Home Alone? Because he's almost never home alone at Natalie's house. There's the butler, and there's the housekeeper that's there most of the time. Though the butler, of course, seems to be not around when he needs to be. And for some reason, they keep forgetting to mention that the housekeeper doesn't know what's going on, and they just seem to ignore her. Yeah, I think I just told you the ending already of the movie. Actually, no, this isn't a... Now that I think about it, it reminds me of another movie with all the high-tech gadgetry and traps in here. This is like Blank Check. Home Alone, Richie Rich, and Blank Check. What the hell were they thinking? If you want to know what grade I'm going to give this movie, it's just a simple F for failure. This was trash. This is garbage. This is BS. If this package set wasn't on sale when I bought it and didn't have the first two movies as part of the deal, I would have thought I was dumping my money down the toilet. So I literally just spent sale money on the first two movies and just got one poor sequel followed up by crap. Trash. If you really want to, look at the trailer again. That should give you an indication of how bad this movie's going to be. And don't say this is always supposed to be for family oriented. No, this was bad. I feel like vomiting. Really, this ruined the Home Alone series for me. People will say the third one ruined it for them. No, the third one was just a cop. It was just a bad spin-off, and not even a spin-off. Just has the same name. You can just think of it as a non-Home Alone movie. This one, familiar characters, familiar general storyline. Yes, this is also a sequel to the originals, and it's already ruined it for me. That's why I avoid watching this. I've seen this movie twice. One time to make sure I remember what to review, and the first time when I got this, because I didn't even know the fourth one existed. Oh my god. So you can see there are some good Christmas holiday movies, and along with that, there are bad ones. And with how overused Christmas is used in movies, being the holiday with the most movies based on or around it, there's so much potential for good movies and so many opportunities to have bad movies appear. Well, it's the Movie Professor ending this review, wishing you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and please enjoy yourselves. And if you're gonna watch a movie, watch a good holiday movie, not junk, because that'll ruin your Christmas. Class dismissed.